Welcome to another Dragonlance gaming episode. Today, I'm actually going to be playing through. My notes are completely off. Why are they so off? I'm going to be playing the Castle Ravenloft board game. This is live, obviously, because I already screwed up. I picked up this board game back when it was first released, and I just sort of played it a few times and left it on my shelf. And then one of my wonderful patrons, one of the heroes of the lands, reached out and said, "Hey, how about you play the D&D Adventure system, one of the many board games in that adventure system. This includes Castle Ravenloft, and we just sort of skin it as a Dragonlance adventure." I thought that was a great idea, so I asked him to join me. He's going to be joining me next week on Sunday to play through a Dragonlance skinned version of this, meaning story specifically. But then in addition to that, I thought, well, because I have not played this in so long, I should probably figure out how to do it. And they include a one-person solo adventure in this game. And so I thought, this is going to be a great way of me testing the setup for the board game and also testing to see how it actually works well, right? So I hope you guys are willing to join me. Let me know your thoughts on this. Would you be interested in joining us as a virtual player for this board game in future episodes? Is this something that you would like to see, come back maybe, I don't know, twice a month or something like that? That's sort of the rate that we are thinking of. And if you are interested, then, maybe we can do it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I ordered already another one of these board games, which is a Chardalon or something like that. It's just a big dragon one. And that way I'll have enough tiles and enough sort of figures to kind of do whatever I want, right? With this, to very easily create a very Dragonlance specific board game experience. And so again, this is more of just a test episode of this. So let me know in your, in the thoughts and stuff. I'll be walking through the entire, setting up and playing of this as the solo adventure. And the solo adventure is called Escape the Tomb. And then afterward, we'll do a little bit of a rundown on how it went and what you guys thought. And, we'll have a little bit of fun. The thing is it's not Halloween yet. Tomorrow is Halloween, but tomorrow is Sunday. And in Utah, Sunday is a much more religious day than I think in any other state I've ever lived in. So a lot of people are coming out and trick-or-treating tonight specifically. And so I'm trying to, run this as we've got, people coming through the doors and stuff like that. So hopefully it won't be too crazy, but let's get into it. So I have the tabletop camera set up. Again, the lighting in my office is very, kind of bad. I need to adjust it for future episodes and set up some sort of framing device. But basically what you can see here, let me move my microphone over here. So I'm going to be playing the Dragonborn character. And basically his name is Arjan. He's a Dragonborn fighter. You're a mighty warrior born to a clan of draconic humanoids. You have never lost a battle, and you have come to drive evil out of the ruins of Castle Ravenloft. So he has, all the traditional stats of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, well, happy Halloween, Steve. Thanks for joining live, man. You start at first level. This is my little figure. I don't know if you can see that against the backdrop here. I got to go opposites here. And in this adventure, you start with Strahd's Crypt. And the way all these work is on your turn. Let me grab it here. There's a specific sequence of play that you go through. You have something called the hero phase, which basically means you can move and then make an attack. You can attack and then move, or you can make 2 moves. You have the exploration phase, which is if your hero occupies a space adjacent to an unexplored edge, like my character is right now. Go to step 2, otherwise go to the villain phase. And step 2 is you draw a dungeon tile and place it with the triangle adjacent to the unexplored edge. So we have a little triangle here. And this is the first tile that I pulled, and you can see the triangle there. So you place it next to the edge that you're exploring. And then you draw a monster card and place that monster on the new tile. So the monster card here. And what I drew is a spider, which is a vermin. Now, in this game, as the turns happen, each player goes through this motion, right? So each player is going to have to draw a monster card. So you could have however many players and tons of monsters on the board at one time. You can see these little piles here. That is the where you put all your monsters on the new tile. And we'll just sort of walk through this and see how it goes. And then after this phase is the villain phase, and that's the final phase for each player. And that's if you didn't place a tile during your exploration phase, or if you placed a tile with a black triangle, draw an encounter card. If the villain is in play, activate it. Activate each monster and trap you control in turn and that order that you drew them. So you can see that this can get very messy very quick. And indeed, it in fact does. So we're going to do what we can to make sure that I survived this solo play. So I don't look like I schmuck. But anyway, I'm going to be referencing this sequence of play, and I'm going to figure out a way of getting it up on the screen and everything. Ultimately, what I'd like to do is find out a way to... oh, am I getting dropped frame rates? No, I'm not. Okay. What I'd like to do is ultimately get a nice little hub, you know, like a visual heads-up display, so that it makes perfect sense as you're watching it, or if you're one of the virtual players, that you could then participate effectively. And I will just move your characters for you. You tell me where to go, stuff like that. So hopefully this ends up working out. We'll find out. But each adventure has a little setup. So the setup for this, Adventure 1, Escape the Tomb, is a hero, alone in the dungeon crypts, must escape before the sun sets and Strahd returns. The goal of this adventure is to find the secret stairway tile that leads out of the dungeon before Strahd defeats you. The number of heroes is 1. That's me. Okay, so this is the beginning text of this adventure. You wake up alone in the depths of Castle Ravenloft. The last thing you remember was that when the man with the piercing eyes and long cape approached you on the dark street outside the inn. It had to be Count Strahd the vampire. Outside the castle, you know that the sun is high in the sky. Now you have to find your way out of here before the sun sets and Strahd returns to finish whatever foul plot he began last night. So I'm racing against the clock, and the way you know when it's time to go to the next hour, there's a little time track here. I don't know if you can see in the corner. You can barely see. I will be moving this sun token every time I draw a white arrow tile. Now, when I draw a black arrow tile, that's when you have to draw like a new monster, I think, right? Let me see here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because I just assumed every tile. So exploration, if your hero occupies a square unexplored edge, draw a dungeon tile and place it within a triangle adjacent to the unexplored edge. Draw a monster card and place the monster, so that's page 7. I think you only do that when there's a black triangle. So let's see here. When you have to place a monster, this is shorthand for drawing a monster card and placing the corresponding monster figure on the bone tile. If you already have the same monster card in play in front of you, discard the monster card and draw again. Note, however, that it's okay to draw a monster card if another player has the same. Right, but what about the tiles? I'm pretty sure the black arrow of the tiles mean... Where is it? Again, I'm figuring this out for the first time. I have read through this, and that's why I think I understand it properly, but an unexplored edge is the edge without a tile, which is adjacent to another tile. It's important to understand the difference between a full tile. Yeah. Let's see. Those are conditions. The monster deck. So if you aren't on an unexplored edge and you aren't in position to draw to place a new tile, go to the villain phase. Draw a tile and place it with its triangle pointing to the unexplored edge that you're exploring from. Where does it say? Doesn't matter. That's the other thing of this, just figuring this out. When you finish all the steps, come on now. So I guess it doesn't matter. You just automatically put down a creature every single time. So this is white, and so I'm going to move the sun tracking to number 2, and we'll see how this works out. I'm pretty sure it straight up said that the tile is only if it's black, but I can't find that notion anywhere. Oh, here it is. If you didn't place a dungeon tile in your exploration phase, or if you placed a dungeon tile with a black triangle, draw and play an encounter card. Okay, so the black one is an encounter card, and you always draw a monster card. Gotcha. Okay, so my hero phase was to walk over the edge, which I did. My exploration phase was to reveal the tile, which is just pulling randomly from the deck, which I did. I drew the monster card, which is a spider I'm going to have to deal with. Let me grab that. We have all these wonderful little figurines here. So we've got the spider right there, which is kind of cool looking. I'll just put that right there. And then let's see. It's the villain phase. So if you didn't place a tile, which I did, if the villain is in play, activate it, and activate each monster and trap you control. So I got to activate the spider. Now these cards tell you exactly what to do in every particular case. So this says Spider Vermin Tactics. If the spider is adjacent to the hero, it attacks that hero with a venomous bite. It's not. It's on the next tile. If the spider is within, and so I go to the next spot here. If the spider is within one tile of a hero, it attacks the closest hero with an acidic web. So that's what it does. Otherwise, it would then move 2 tiles toward the closest hero. So the web has a +11 to attack. Oh my goodness. My armor class is 17. So +11. Oh my gosh. So 27, which definitely beats my 17 armor class. It does 1 damage, and I'm slowed. Place the spider adjacent to the hero. Okay. So I'm now slowed. I gotta pull that out real quick. So these little tags tell you the effect and how long it lasts. In this particular case, slowed, your speed is 2. Discard this condition at the end of your hero phase. So you're not slowed very long, just long enough that you can't run away quickly. But I'm not going to want to run. I'm going to kill this stinking spider. Okay, so that's the end of the villain phase. Now it's the hero phase, which means I get to attack, right? So you can, again, you can either attack and then move, you can move and then attack, or make 2 moves. In this particular case, I'm slowed, so I'm not going to try to move anywhere until I kill it. So that's what I'm going to do. I have, oh, so when you, this is based off of 4th edition. I don't know if you guys ever played that, but essentially you have powers. These powers are broken down by at-will powers that you can use anytime. I have a racial power of Dragon's Breath, which is a daily power. And then you have daily powers and utility powers, which are basically one-time use that can then be regenerated by pulling out a treasure card that tells you that you can do that. You also have something called a healing surge. Every hero has 1 of them. Once you get to 0, your next turn, you have to use the healing surge, and that brings you back up to health, and it tells you how many hit points you gain back on your actual character card itself. You also at the very beginning, in addition to choosing out of a number of different cards which ones you want to play, the first time you play, they suggest certain powers to you, and so I just use the suggestions. You also get to draw a treasure card. I ended up drawing a Holy Avenger, so that means I get a +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters, and an increased bonus to +3 against undead. So in this particular case, it's just +1, because it's a spider, it's not undead. And I'm just going to be using my at-will power of, well, let's see, I have Cleave as an at-will power, which is you hit 1 monster and then cleave into another, and that's a +6 to attack, and does 1 damage. I also have Tide of Iron. After each mighty swing, you advance as you push your enemy back. Attack one adjacent monster. If you hit, place the monster, if it isn't destroyed, on a tile within one tile of you, and you can move to any square on your tile. So these are tiles, right? You place the tiles down. The squares are each square on the tile. So in this particular case, if you hit, place the monster on a tile within one of you. So I literally hit it and knock it back an entire tile, which is pretty dope. In this particular case, it's literally right on a different tile already. So I guess I would just knock it to the back of that tile. And then it would move me toward it. This has a +8 to attack. Again, it only does 1 damage. But that +8 to attack is increased to +9 because of my Holy Avenger here. Okay, so +9 to attack, 1 damage. Let's see. I got a 17, 27 total. The spider has an armor class of 15, so clearly it hits. It only has 1 hit point, and so I kill it because I only did 1 damage. So the monster is gone, but that means I get the experience. So you get a number of experience underneath each monster, and you keep it in your experience pile. My experience pile is going to be down here near the bottom of the table here. When you get 5 experience points, you can use those to discard an event, an encounter card that you end up drawing, or you can use it if you roll a natural 20 to level up to level 2. In this board game, in all of these D&D Adventure System board games, you only have 2 levels, and ostensibly, it's just turning the character card over, and it gives you all the new stats, and it tells you the new powers that you can use at 2nd level. And that's pretty much it. So right now I have 2 experience, and also after you kill everything, you get to draw a treasure card, I believe. Let me double check here just to make sure. Defeating monster. If a monster hits points reaches 0, the monster is defeated. Remove the figure in the tile. Place controlling the monster discards the monster card. If more than one hero controls the type of monster, blah, blah, blah. When your hero defeats a monster, draw a treasure card. You can only draw 1 treasure card per turn, no matter how many monsters you defeat during that turn. So I ended up attacking it, killing it. The attack pushed it back, so I would have moved up to it. And then I draw the treasure card. This treasure is a potion of healing. Use this item during your hero phase. You or an adjacent hero regains 2 hit points. Nice. I'm going to keep that because that's a pretty awesome power. Okay, so my hero phase, I attacked, and now I'm going to move. So I move to the edge. Now it's the exploration phase. So I'm going to draw another tile. And the arrow tells you to point it toward you, how to lay it down. It is a black arrow. So if it was a white arrow, I would advance the sun timer so that Strahd would get closer to waking up. It's a black arrow, so I don't do that. But in this adventure, that means I have to draw an encounter card. So the encounter event is illusionary trick. Even allies aren't always what they appear to be. The active hero swaps positions with the monster that is furthest away from him or her. In this particular case, I don't yet have a monster, but I did draw that, so I have to pull the card here. So the monster is a wolf that I drew. You can see the little card there. Because every time you draw a tile, you draw a monster card. That would be the first thing that I do. So I need to find a wolf. Come on, wolf. Is that a wolf? Yeah, that's a wolf. And then, because it was a black diamond, I drew the encounter card, which was a illusionary trick. So the active hero swaps positions with the monster that is furthest from him or her. So I swap positions with this wolf. Sorry about messing this up here. All right, so discard this card. This is the discard pile right here. Okay, now that was the encounter phase. Now it's the villain phase, so the wolf attacks. So the first option that the wolf has is if the wolf is adjacent to hero, it attacks the hero with a bite. It's not, so I move to the next option. If the wolf is within 2 tiles of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a pounce. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't take off the 1 damage from the web attack. So let me do that real quick. You have little hit point tokens. I'm using them as damage tokens, just so I can subtract it from the total, knowing how many I took. So, if the wolf was in 2 tiles of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with a pounce. So it moves adjacent to me. It attacks me with a pounce. A pounce has a +7 to attack. Oh yeah, and the slowed was ended because my hero phase ended. The pounce is +7. So that's 14 plus 7. That's 21, right? Math, which is definitely enough to hit me. That's 1 damage, and I'm slowed again. So I've taken 2 damage. I have a total of 10 hit points. Now with the 2 damage, I have 8. And the wolf is alive. So on my attack, I'm just going to... Again, I'm slowed for 2. So I'm just going to do the cleave or the... what was it called? What was it called? Where is it? Oh, Tide of Iron. That's what it was. So that gives me a +8 +1 for the Holy Avenger. That's +9 to hit. Oh, geez. So that's an 8. So that's 17. He has an armor class of 14, so that hits. It only has 1 hit point. I only do 1 hit point of damage, so that kills him. So he dies, and I get a draw. Oh, yeah, hold on. First of all, it knocks him back a tile. So he moved back to this tile. I move up next to him. By killing him, I get his experience, which is 1. So I have a total of 3 experience points. The treasure I drew because I defeated him is Lucky Charm. Reroll the dice. Use this item after any die roll. Oh, that's awesome. So I will keep that, because that's dope as hell. That's the end of the villain phase, and now it is the hero phase. So I'm slowed until the end of this phase, so I can only move 2. So I'm going to move 1 to the edge of the tile, draw the next tile, and it's a black arrow, so I don't progress the sun. But it does mean that I have to draw the monster really quick. So the monster I draw is a skeleton, undead. Oh, that's cool, because I get a bonus against undead. Oh, where is the skeleton figure? That looks like a ghoul or something. Oh, here's a skeleton. I'm going to keep him in a little plastic just to... All right. So the skeleton is out. Now I have to do an encounter card because there's a black triangle. This event is Neglected Passage. Did you look down the hall? If a start tile is not in play, and it's not, discard this card and draw a new encounter card. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So the new... Shoot. The new encounter card is a trap, a dart trap. A soft click of pressure plate beneath your feet precedes the volley of darts that explode from the wall. Place the dart trap marker on the active hero's tile. If that tile already has a marker, discard this card and draw a new encounter card. Okay, so this is going to activate on the villain phase, but it exists now. So where would that be? It's dart trap. Where is the dart trap? Here it is. So I put that there so that everyone knows where the dart trap is on that tile, and it triggers in the villain phase whenever anyone is in that on that tile. Okay, so my exploration phase was to look over and pull that tile. That battle phase ended my slowed. Now it's the villain phase. So let's see what the skeleton does first. The first option is if the skeleton is adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with a scimitar. It's not adjacent to me. If the skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a charging slice. So it is diagonal. You can, it's adjacent to it, so that's fine. So it moves within 1 tile of a hero, adjacent, and attacks with a charging slice. The slice is a +9. Oh, geez. That was 8. Is that an 18? That's an 18 plus 9 is definitely a hit, and it does 2 damage. Ouch. Why can't you be nice? All right, I only have 6 hit points left. That's pretty brutal. So the skeleton is done. Now it's the trap's turn, which sucks. So the dart trap. Trigger the trap during your villain phase. Attack each hero on the tile. It has a +8. Oh boy. So that's 18, which my armor class is 17, so it hits. Ugh. Ugh. And that's 2 damage. Oh my gosh. Mom! Mommy! Help me! I'm dying. I got a 5 hit point marker, so I'm going to take 3 off of it and add the 5. So I only have 4 hit points left. This is not good, but it's the beginning of my hero phase. So I want to get off this dart trap tile. So I'm going to, again, use my Tide of Iron to knock the skeleton back and then move toward the skeleton. And that'll save me, off of the dart trap, which is brutal. So I have, it's an undead, so I have a +3, I think it says. +3. So Tide of Iron is +8. It's +11 with that, so that's 23 to hit. The skeleton only has a 16. It only has 1 hit point, and I do 1 damage with that. So it knocks it back. It moves me adjacent to it. It kills him. And then I draw a treasure card, and I take him into my experience pile. The treasure was Fortune, Distant Sounds. Play this fortune immediately. Look at the top 3 cards of the monster deck and put them back to the top of the deck in any order. So I guess this helps if, I'm like nearing the end or something. So the top 3 are Blazing Skeleton, Gargoyle, oh my goodness, and Spider. Oh geez. So I'm going to do Spider, Blazing Skeleton, and then Gargoyle. Gargoyles are mean. Yeah. Okay, so that's the order I'll do it. Okay, let's see. What else is there? So that was my hero phase. Now I do have that potion of healing, which I'm going to use. And that gives me 2 hit points back, which is nice. And then I can discard that treasure. This can be discarded now. Okay. So now's the villain phase, or the, so I moved on my hero phase. I attacked. Now I'm going to move. So I'll just do 1, 2, and I'll explore that edge for my exploration phase. Now, it has the white arrow, so I move the time track forward. I'm going to move this whole thing over so I can have some room here. I might just move it up too. Now I need to do the monster. It's a spider, of course, because I put it in order. I gotta get the spider on. Freaky, scary spider. I need to get some more light in here. This is really dark. I got the spider. My exploration phase is done. Now it's the villain phase. The dart trap would trigger, but no one's on it, so it can't trigger. The spider's here, so he attacks. If the spider's adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with a venomous bite. If the spider's within 1 tile of a hero, it attacks the closest hero with an acidic web. That's what it's going to have to do. It has a +11. So that's a 19 to hit. Definitely hits. It's 1 damage, and I'm slowed, and the spider's next to me. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit points left. That's the villain phase. Now it's my turn. I'm going to attack it again with the Tide of Iron to push it back and move forward. So I've got an 11 plus 8 plus 1. So that's 19, 20. So that hits. It only has 1 hit point, so that kills it. And I now have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 experience. So if I roll a 20, I can get to 2nd level, which would be awesome. So that attack kicked it back over here, moved me forward. It died. I put it in experience, and I grab a treasure card. Ring of Regeneration. Use this item when you would draw a treasure card. You regain 1 hit point instead of drawing the treasure card. I like that a lot. Okay. I'm going to keep that for future use. So, my attack, now I have a move. I am slowed, but I only have to move 1 in order to do the exploration phase. My hero phase is over, so the slowed goes away. Exploration phase, I draw another tile. Oh boy. The sun moves 1 more. Oh, Strahd is about to wake up. I don't like this. I don't want to fight Strahd. Now I need to draw a monster card for that. Blazing Skeleton. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. Where is the Blazing Skeleton? Where are you? Here it is. Okay. They have some cool little figurines too. I don't know if you guys are like, it's got like a Dracolich. I don't know how to turn this so you can see it. Right here. Rawr. Kind of cool looking. They just come with tons of little figures. Okay. So the exploration phase was to draw the tile. It revealed the monster. Now it's the monster phase. The Blazing Skeleton is going to attack. Its options are, if the Blazing Skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, which it is, it attacks each hero on the closest hero's tile with a ball of fire. Oh my gosh. So it throws a fireball at me. Oh my gosh. All right, it's a +7. Oh geez, 18 + 7 hits. It does 2 damage. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. I have 3 hit points left. This is bad news here. Oh man, what do I have to do? I can re-roll a die. Oh, after any die roll. Dang it. Oh, I already finished that. So anyway, that's what it does is its turn. Now it's my turn. I'm going to move toward it. 1, 2. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Oh, yeah. I guess I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to use my Tide of Iron again. It is undead, so I get a +3. So it's 8, 19, 11 plus whatever I roll. So that's 27 to hit. It has a 13 armor class and 2 hit points. I do 1 damage to it. So it has 1 damage left. But that Tide of Iron knocks it back and it knocks me forward. So I have a move, but I don't really want to move at all. I guess I can move right here. Just so I can do the exploration phase next time. I don't know. Okay, so now it's the exploration phase. I moved over to next to the tile. This probably was a huge mistake. Can I show a close-up of the skeleton? Yeah. Let's see here. It's just a blue, like massive, like, it's not really focusing on it. Sorry about that. But it's just sort of like a blue mass. It's supposed to be flames all around it. All right, I'm going to do something stupid, and on my exploration phase, I'm going to draw another tile. Let's see, let's go this, oh, I have to go this direction. Oh no. So a couple things. First, it's a white arrow, which means I progress to the sunset, and that means it activates Strahd. So I have to read this. Somewhere in the darkness behind you, you hear the sound of stone scraping on stone. It must be the sound of Strahd's coffin lid sliding open. The vampire lord has awakened. Okay, so here's Strahd. And he awakens on his original tile, which is right here. Should probably move that DragonLance logo in future episodes. Okay, so Strahd is going to now activate on the next monster phase, but because I did a new tile, I have to do a new monster. Again, I said this was stupid. I'm right. And it's a gargoyle. Oy vey. This is with a gargoyle. Kind of cool little guy here. You put him on the monster treasure pile there. Oh, this is so bad. Why did I do that? That was very dumb of me. Okay, now it's the monster phase because that's the end of the exploration phase. So I do it in order. The trap first. No one's on the trap tile, so it doesn't do anything. The skeleton is next. If the blazing skeleton is within one tile of a hero, it attacks each hero on the closest hero's tile with a ball of fire. So it does that again. So it's +7, but I'm going to probably use the lucky charm if I have to. So 18, yeah, I'm going to do the lucky charm. So it has to re-roll the dice. Strahd. So 10 plus, where is it? 7 still hits because I have a 17 armor class. And that's 2 damage. Oh, I have 1 hit point left. That's not good. I'm going to die. Now it's the gargoyle's turn. I'm totally going to die. Ah! Okay, so the gargoyle. If the gargoyle is within 1 tile of a hero, which it is, it moves to the closest hero's tile and attacks each hero on the tile with a whirlwind of claws. So monsters can travel through monster spaces. Heroes can travel through hero spaces, but you can't end the turn on that space. In this particular case, it had an open space on this tile. So it moves to the tile. It attacks me. It has a +8 to attack. Come on, get a 1. Let me roll a 1. That's not bad. So 8, 19, 11, 12, 13 does not hit. It says a miss is 1 damage. So no matter what, it does damage to me. I'm going to have to pull out some crazy stuff here. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 0 hit points left. Now, I do have a healing surge. And so on the beginning of my turn, I have to use it and I'll get some hit points back. Because I'm now incapacitated with 0 hit points, if there were more monsters, they would ignore the incapacitated person and go to the other players. There are no other players in this particular case, so they wouldn't do anything. However, the monsters are finished in this turn. Now it goes back to the hero phase, my turn. So I have to use the healing surge, so that's now gone. My healing surge value is 5 hit points. So I take my 5 hit point token and get rid of it because I healed that up. So now I'm only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm only missing 5 hit points, and let's see what options I have. I've got to do something really big. Attack each monster on your tile as a daily power. Cleave, I can attack 2 monsters, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Precision Strike is the one that knocks it back. Unstoppable uses power at the start of your hero phase and regain 2 hit points. That's a utility, so I can only use it once. I'm going to do that. So I'm just turning it over so I know that I used it. It's 2 hit points, so I get rid of 2 hit points here. And I'm going to do a Precision Strike. I'm sorry, a Cleave. Yeah. So, well, Dragon's Breath only does 1. They both only do 1. Precision Strike does 2, but it only does it against 1 person. All right, I'm going to do the Cleave. So you hit 1 monster and then cleave into another. So if you hit, choose another monster on that tile and move adjacent to it. That monster takes 1 damage. I have a +6. It's undead. So I have a +9 to attack. I need to get a 13. I definitely get the 13. It only has 1 hit point left. It only does 1 damage, so it dies. I'll resolve that before I move to the gargoyle. So because I destroyed him, I do have a Ring of Regeneration. And so instead of drawing a treasure card, I can regain 1 hit point. I'm going to do that. Now, I move adjacent to the gargoyle, which I already was, so I don't move at all, but he takes 1 damage no matter what. He had 2, so he only has 1 left. The skeleton is experienced now. That's 2 experience. I need to roll a 20 so I can level up. And that's the end of my hero phase. The exploration phase, I'm not going to do any exploration phase because that would be insanely stupid. So I'm just going to sit tight until I can kill this stupid gargoyle. But I am going to move one adjacent to it, just so that on my next turn I can do exploration phase on that other tile without having to travel too far. Now, exploration phase, if you do not, let's see, draw a dungeon tile and place it to the edge and go to the villain phase. Let's see, if your hero occupies a square adjacent to an unexplored edge, which I'm not, go to step 2. Otherwise, go to the villain phase. Okay, so because I'm not exploring at all, I just skip over to the monsters. Now remember, we have Strahd. Here's Strahd's list of powers. Sweet hell, I'm going to die. I'm so terrified of this vampire. So the gargoyle goes. It moves to the tile and attacks. So now it's on the same tile as me, and it attacks with a +8. 10, which is a miss, but it still does 1 damage because it's a super badass, which I can take. Now it's Strahd's turn. And what does Strahd do? The master of Castle Ravenloft is known as the Devil to the village of Barovia. When Count Strahd is encountered, place the Mistform token on this card. Okay, what's the Mistform? I'm sorry, I should have been ready for this, but I'm not. All right, well, I can't find it, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just know that it's there in my head. So, tactics. Strahd activates at the start of each villain phase. If Strahd has 5 hit points or fewer, he has 12, by the way, remaining in the Mistform token is on this card. Strahd transforms into a cloud of mist and floats away. It's not. So, if Strahd is within 1 tile of the hero with the most hit points remaining, he moves adjacent to that hero and attacks. He's not within 1 tile. If Strahd is within 1 tile of any other hero, which he's not, so I move the next. If Strahd has 5 hit points or fewer remaining, he doesn't. Otherwise, Strahd moves 2 tiles toward the hero with the most hit points. 1, 2. Too bad the dart traps can't attack Strahd, right? That would be pretty awesome. Oy vey. He's going to kill me. I got to run away from him quick. Okay, so it's going to the hero phase, so it's my turn. I'm going to attack and then move. I'm going to kill this stinking gargoyle. He's not undead, so I only get a +1 to attack. I'm going to do the precision strike, so I get a +11 to attack, and it does 2 damage. He only has 1 hit point left, though, so it doesn't really matter. But I get a +12 because I have my Holy Avenger. So 8 + 12 is 20, and I had to get over 16 armor class, so I hit him. He only has 1 hit point left. I did 2 damage. He dies. It would have pushed him back to another tile, but there's a wall, so he couldn't. Now I'm going to move. So that's as close as I can go to move. I'm going to explore for the exploration phase. I need to find this doggone stairway. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I think I have like 3 more tiles or 4 more tiles before I can find the stairway and get out of here. So my exploration phase, I pulled a black triangle, which is an event encounter card. But first I do the monster. The monster that summons is a blazing skeleton again. Oh yeah, the gargoyle. He's down here. So blazing skeleton. You always put him on the little treasure tile icon. It's a black arrow, so it's an encounter card. Now, if I want to spend 5 experience, I can discard this if I want to. So event, Spirit of Doom. The entire crypt shudders as though some gargantuan creature was moving deep below. Each hero can immediately move up to his or her speed. After this move, each hero on the tile with no monsters takes 1 damage. So I can move my whole speed. That's actually good. I like that encounter. So I'm going to move my entire speed, which is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just trying to get away from Strahd, essentially. Now it's the villain phase. So the villain phase starts with Strahd because he was here before the Blazing Skeleton was. He's nowhere near any monsters, so he's going to move 2 tiles toward the hero. 1, 2. Oy vey, I got to get out of here. Now it's the Blazing Skeleton's turn. If the Blazing Skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, he's on my tile. He attacks. He has a +7. Ah, yes! That's awesome. Okay, I still take 1 damage, but 1 is better than 2. Steven, come on. I'm going to live. I want to live. Okay, I got 4 hit points taken away from me. Let's see. That's the end of the skeleton. The dark can't do anything. So now it's the hero's turn, my turn. So I'm going to do another precision strike. It's a skeleton, so I get the +3. So that's +14 to hit. 18. It only has an armor class of 13, so I hit it. It does 2 damage, so it dies. I get to pull a treasure card, or I can regenerate. I'm going to actually regenerate because I'm afraid Strahd is going to get me next turn or something. I need to explore that next tile, but Strahd is coming. I'm not going to defeat Strahd with his 12 hit points. I just need to run to the stairway and try to get out as fast as possible. I'm afraid because 1, 2, he'll get me the next turn. Oh, gosh, it's so close. Okay. So I attacked, then I'm going to move. That's the end of my turn. Do I have any daily powers that I could use that are like, help me here? No, I don't. Dang it. What you also need to keep in mind is that each of these characters, they have little special abilities. Mine's Defender. So if there were other players and they were on my tile, they actually get a +1 to their armor class. And if there was like a cleric or something, they'd be able to heal me, but there is no, it's just me and I'm going to die from a vampire sucking my blood. Okay, so now we're in the counter phase. So I draw another tile. Crypt Corner. It's white, which if Strahd wasn't in play, I would have moved the sun token forward. He is in play, but because it's white, I don't have to draw an encounter card, which I love. It is a new tile, so I have to draw a new monster. Oh yeah, the Blazing Skeleton's experience. I need to roll a 20. This is killing me. Another Blazing Skeleton. How many Blazing Skeletons are there? Okay, that's ridiculous. Stupid skeletons. Exploration phase is over. Villain phase. Strahd goes first. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, he is right there. I can feel his breath on my neck. I don't like it. I don't like it. The Blazing Skeleton attacks. It's a tile close, so it does +7. 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have a 17, so it doesn't hit, but it does still do 1 damage instead of 2. Okay, so the villain phase is over. Now it's the hero phase. I need to get away from this dude. Ah! Oh, he's going to get me next turn. There's no way I can avoid it. I move up to the Blazing Skeleton. I'm going to do Precision Strike because it gives me the best chance to kill it. I have +3 because it's undead. So that's a 14. Oh, yes! Yeah! Natural 20. How do you like that? I'm going to spend 5 experience points. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. That's dope. To level up. I've never actually done this before, by the way, which is kind of cool. So, Arjan, Dragonborn Fighter. When you level up, increase your hit points by 2, your armor class by 1, and your surge value by 1. Ooh, I get a healing surge. Oh, no, the surge value is what you get if you... Okay, never mind. Let's see. And choose an additional fighter daily power. Oh, yeah. What? So my daily power is going to be Get Over There, which is you leap into a more advantageous position. Use this power during your hero phase instead of moving. Choose a monster within 2 tiles of you. Place your hero adjacent to that monster. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that because that doesn't seem very helpful to me at all. He died. The Blazing Skeleton is now part of my experience pool. And I'm going to Let's see. I have 12 hit points, 11, 10, 9, 8 hit points. I'm going to do a treasure. I'll do a treasure. It might be something cool. Scroll of Teleportation. Use this item during your hero phase. Choose any number of heroes on your tile and place them on another tile. What? I want to do that now to get away from Strahd. Oh, I would move all the way over here. Dang it. I have to wait. Okay. I attacked. I killed the skeleton. I leveled up. And now I get a move. So, exploration phase here. Draw a tile. Fetid Den. That's disgusting. Draw a monster card for that tile. This is a ghoul. Oh, snap. I'm not ready for a ghoul, I don't think. Let's find the ghoul token here. Here, ghoulie. I saw it earlier. I thought it was a skeleton. Where you is? Here you are. Oh, here, you want to see it? This is the ghoul. You can't really see it. My stupid shadow's in the way. I don't know. Anyway, that's the ghoul. Okay. I think the next tile is actually the stairway. So as soon as I get to that tile, I win. If I don't get to the tile, then I lose, obviously. Okay, so the ghoul, it's now the villain phase. Strahd goes first. 1, 2. But because, hold on a second. If Strahd has 5 of you hit points, he turns mist and disappears. If he's within 1 tile of a hero with the most hit points remaining, he moves to it. If he's within 1 tile of any hero, he moves to it. If he has 5 hit points of hero remaining, he chooses a different hero. Otherwise, he moves 2 tiles. So his turn was to get to me. So he can't actually attack me yet. On his next turn, he will for sure, though. Now the ghoul is activated. If the ghoul is adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with a rending bite. It's not adjacent. If the ghoul is within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a paralyzing claw. This is not good. I need to be able to move. So the paralyzing claw is +7. If it hits, it's going to immobilize me. Oh, man. Please don't hit. It's a +7. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's a 10. I have an 18 armor class. It misses. That's badass. Okay, so there's no side effect if it doesn't hit, which is nice because this means I have an opportunity to not die here. So I could use cleave, but I have that precision strike, which knocks it back to the back of its tile and moves me toward it. That gets me off the tile with Strahd, so that's what I'm going to do. So precision strike, attack 1 monster. Oh, wait, no, that's not the right one. I would have to do Tide of Iron, which is harder to hit. Oh, that's a daily power. I used that more than once. I'm sorry, guys. I cheated a little bit. Oh, I feel bad now. Okay, so it's Tide of Iron. Attack 1 adjacent monster. If you hit, place that monster, if it's not destroyed, on a tile within 1 tile of you, and you can move to any square on your tile. Oh, okay. Since it is on a different tile, I can't move to it, which is another thing that I did wrong earlier. So it's a +8 to attack. It's undead, so 8, 9, 10, 11 to attack. Ah! I wish I could level up to level 3, but I can't. Yeah, Steven, it is going to be much better with more players, but also much more difficult because each of them are going to be unlocking monsters as well as they explore. So you can end up with tons of monsters all climbing and, getting each other. Okay, so with the 20, oh boy. What was that? Was that me attacking? Because he already missed me. So yeah, that was the hero phase. That was me attacking with Tide of Iron. I hit it. It only has 1 hit point, so it kills it. Let's see. I get the 2 experience points. Now I get a move. I have a 5 speed. He's going to be able to attack me anyway. It doesn't matter. However, now it's the end of the hero phase. It's the... Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I want to use this. Use this during your hero phase. Choose any number of heroes on your tile and place them on another tile. So the wording of that, so any heroes on my tile, I am a hero. Does that mean that I get to move myself because I'm a hero? I'm going to say yes, just so I can get away from him. I hope you guys don't think I'm cheating here because I'm not trying to, but the wording seems like I can do it. It is a scroll of teleportation after all. That's used. So that's the end of my hero phase. Now it's exploration. I'm going to explore that edge. Oh no, it's not the one I wanted. Oh no. I thought I was going to get the stairway. I pulled a wolf here. Here's the wolf. Okay, so Strahd activates. He moves 2 toward me. 1, 2. The wolf activates. If the wolf is adjacent to a hero, it's not. If it's within 2 tiles of a hero, it is. It does the pounce, which is a +7. So +7. 7, that's 13. I have an 18. It misses. And so nothing happens. Now it's my turn. Should I just run? Because the next one has to be the way out. Urgh. I'll attack it and run. So first it's +9 with my Holy Avenger. 16. It has a 14 armor class. It hits. It has 1 hit point. It dies. I get a treasure card. Holy Water. Choose an undead monster within 1 tile of you and it takes 1 damage. That's kind of cool. Now my move. Go to the unexplored edge. Now it's the encounter phase. There it is. That's my way out. Now it's the villain phase. He moves 2 tiles toward me. If it wasn't for that teleportation scroll, I would be dead. That's his turn to move next to me. Oh, hold on. I opened that, so I have a monster that I got to pull out. Rat Swarm. This is what a rat swarm looks like. It's just like a bunch of little rats. So, Strahd already went, so now it's the rat swarm's turn. If the rat swarm is within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves to the closest hero's tile and attacks each hero on the tile with multitude of bites. It's a +7 to attack. It moves to my tile. Oh, 19, it hits, and it's 1 damage. Okay, so now it's my turn. In order to win this game, I simply have... Let's see, victory. You win the game when a hero starts his turn on the secret stairway tile. Okay, so I'm going to attack and move. It's +9 to hit. 10, 11, 12. It has a 12. It has 1 hit point, so it dies. Pull a treasure card. Amulet of Protection. You get +1 armor class. That's awesome. And then I move. 1, 2. Okay. This is awesome because now it's the villain's phase. I don't have an exploration phase because I'm not at the edge of a tile without a wall. So that means villain goes. He can only move 2 tiles toward the next hero because he's not on a hero tile. 1, 2. So that's his turn. Now it's hero turn. I start in the stairway and I won the game. So, yay! That was very close if it wasn't for that treasure. So this is how the game goes. I hope it's pretty straightforward and clear to all of you. What did you think of it? Do you think this looks kind of cool? Would you like to be a virtual player in one of these games? I'm going to have one of my patrons join me, and he'll be a virtual player as well. But we can have more than 1 virtual player, up to like 7. I want to start slowly with 1 at a time to, just sort of get the vibe of it. And it'll take about 2 hours. So if you want to play, then you would have to be able to have that time, an hour or 2, I should say, in order to, stay present. Otherwise, we could just use the chat room as the virtual player. So it's everyone in the chat room on the turn. They decide what that hero does next rather than one individual person, which might be a more realistic way to do it. In either case, I hope you guys had fun watching this. I definitely had fun playing it. The first time I've done this in years, literally. So thank you so much for your time and attention. This channel's all about Dragonlance, except for today. It's all about Castle Ravenloft. It's Halloween. What do you want from me? I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. I hope it's safe. And, check those candies for razor blades and drugs, because everyone knows that drug addicts always throw their drugs in candy, right? Stupid. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Sanjivar.